Hi everyone, welcome to webmastercampus.com. My name is Tariq and I will guide you, help you to understand CSS. This CSS course videos will help you to build modern looking website or web pages. Okay, let's get started. So what is CSS? CSS is a cascading style sheet. Cascading, C, style sheet. CSS allows you to create great looking web pages, and we are going to learn how does CSS works under the hood. This is our target. And CSS cascading style sheet is a style sheet language. All right. It is used to describe the presentation of a document written in HTML. So we are going to learn CSS. I believe you already know about the HTML. If you don't know, learn HTML, or I will try to give you some of the HTML elements or tags that we are going to learn if needed. Where it is needed, I will try to give you some little bit introduction. CSS is also used for XML, SVG, MathML, XHTML, but we are going to learn just its usage with or combination with the HTML. CSS describes how elements should render on screen, but CSS can also be used how elements should be rendered on paper, in speech, or other media. Okay, but we will be working on how it should render on the screen. What CSS is not? CSS is not a programming language. CSS is not a markup language either, because HTML is the markup language, but CSS is a style sheet language. You need to understand this, because while we were working, there is some confusion. People believe that HTML and CSS is a programming language. They are not. Why? I have searched this on Google and I find this useful. HTML and CSS is not considered as a programming language because they lack the ability to manipulate data and logic. In CSS, we are not manipulating data and logic. That's why they are not considered as a programming language. HTML is rendered for markup and structure of our web pages, while CSS is designed for styling and presentation. Okay, I hope this gives you more clarity. Okay, what softwares needed to run HTML and CSS? First, we need VS Code. Okay, VS Code is a open source software developed by Microsoft, which we can use for the development of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or which we can use for the web development. You can also use it for the programming, but especially we are going to use it for web development. Okay, and here you can click the link and you can go and download it for Windows. I'm going to click it and it was going to be downloaded. And we also need the Chrome browser. I believe you already have this web browser installed on your machine. If you haven't, then I will recommend start using it. If you have Mozilla Firefox or Edge, that will be also fine to use it. Okay, and we should be good on that one. We will be using some extensions, so don't worry about it, and I will guide you how you can use it. We will be using Live Server, Microsoft Live Preview for the development. Okay, so Visual Studio Code is downloaded. I am going to run the execution to show you how we are going to install it. I already have in my machine, but just take you to the last step. So first you need to accept the agreement, then you go with the default. It's going to add with the path and the Windows Explorer. Okay, if you need the desktop icon as well, you can click over here, then click next. It's going to, when you hit the install, it will install the Visual Studio Code on your machine. So I hope this gonna work, and I'm going to cancel it because I already have this in my machine. Okay, after the Visual Studio Code and Chrome installation, you can just go ahead and right click on your desktop and just create a folder over here. And here is the folder on my screen. I'm going to give it a name like first page. Okay, and just click on it and open with code option is here. Just click on it, open with code. Once you click open with code, and it's going to show you like this over here. Okay, here you can click on the new file icon which is written over here. Otherwise you can just create a new file as well. It's also gonna work, but I am using these icons over here, new file, and I'm going to click index.html. okay, what you can do, you can just press shift 1, or this will generate the not symbol, and then press the tab button. Visual Studio Code will generate this boilerplate code for HTML. Like, this is the basic code you needed, and you don't need to write it, but if you follow the instruction and just by pressing not symbol and hitting the tab button, you can generate this code. Okay, I am just going to create an h2 and writing my first web page. Okay, so I'm going to write my first web page, and the next thing you needed, you all need a extension which is called a live server. Okay, right, so there is a live server extension available in Visual Studio Code, and there is another which is live preview. Okay, live preview is by Microsoft. I am going to use the live preview because I believe this is the a better option than the live server. So I will recommend install this live preview. It's better because whenever you will be writing, it will immediately show you the changes. If you have a larger page, you do while refreshing. Other extensions take you to the top of the page, but it will keep you in that particular section. So there are more reasons, not going into the detail, but you can install it. Once you install this extension, okay, and you can install it by clicking install over here. It will be written. I already have enabled this or installed this, so it's showing like that. So once you install this, you can click right click and click show preview. Show preview will show you the preview of the page, like how it's written over here. You can also click open in the browser, and it will open in the browser. Like, I'm going to click this, and it's showing in my web browser with the particular URL generated by Visual Studio Code, this live preview server. Okay, so we will be using it. Now the next thing we need to add a style. I'm just going to give you one option of the style, but there are many, 3 options actually. We will discuss in detail. So I am going to write a CSS rule over here, like for h2, change the color, and I am going to ask let's make it cadit blue, so you can see my web page is showing in cadit blue color. Okay, you can, if you want, you can write down the font size. I'm going to take it to rem, and it's a bit higher, 3 rem, more, taking a bigger font. Okay, so this is how we work in CSS. This is the first video, and in the next or upcoming videos we will learn this in more detail. I hope you have learned something. If you have learned how you can start working in CSS, write down in your comments and tell me more about it. Thanks, bye.